Good evening, Tri-Valley. Today is January 21st. It is 7 p.m. Can I have a motion to enter the board meeting?
Motion.
Motion Kathy, second Keith. Everyone please rise for the flag, for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States
to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sorry. Trying to do three things at once. Okay, so we have no correspondence. We don't have any public comment. So we have no presentations.
Mr. Cologne?
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest that you do a roll call of attendees, please. Before we start.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right. This is my first video one. You do a roll call. Patrick Kelly.
Here.
Kim Botsford.
Here.
Brent Clark.
Here.
Kathy Papo.
Here.
Randy McGregor.
Here.
Keith Stryker.
Here.
Aaron Metnich.
Here.
And I am here. Thank you, everyone. Okay, now we'll start. We have no public comment, no presentations unless Bob has something. Superintendent's report.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So as you all know, unfortunately, we had to close the elementary school yesterday for 10 days. The decision was made specifically regarding staffing because of the number of staff members implicated in this positive case and former cases. We simply didn't have enough staff to adequately supervise students in the building. So we will be closed until February 1st. Hopefully the secondary school will remain open, and on February 1st, we'll have a full campus back to our normal hybrid schedule. We received our fiscal stress designation from the New York State Comptroller's Office. Last year, we were labeled as susceptible to fiscal stress, which was based on really our undesignated fund balance, the amount we had in there. This year, that has been corrected. We received a score of no designation, which is the best designation you can get. So again, that's a credit to Mr. Whitaker and the business office for managing our funds well and taking good care of the money the taxpayers give to us every year. We also got our initial state aid runs this year. So if you've read anything about the state aid runs, there's a number of concerns that districts are posing. Specifically, the governor again is combining much of our aid, separate aid categories into one, such as taking BOCES aid and transportation aid, two of our biggest reimbursements for the year, and putting them together with a number of other aid, smaller aid categories, which would limit our ability to be reimbursed next year. We will be following these developments closely. He's done this for the last 2 years, and in both years we were able to get it reversed. And I say we, it's superintendent and other state agencies lobbying with legislators to make that happen. The numbers we've got are what we consider the basement floor numbers. The governor has stated that he's anticipating between a $6 billion and $15 billion infusion of federal monies. What we got is based on the $6 billion estimate, and that, like I said, that's the lowest end. I don't expect we'll get a $15 billion infusion of federal aid to the state, but I think we may get something in between. So hopefully these numbers will change for the better. Vaccinations. As you know, Group 1B is now eligible to be vaccinated in New York State. Teachers and education workers are in that group. We have been having many conversations with both Gardner Health and Sullivan County Public Health regarding getting our staff members vaccinated. However, right now there are no vaccines in the county. We are experiencing the same shortage that seems to be nationwide right now. As soon as the vaccine is delivered to Sullivan County. We are first on the, not we as Tri-Valley, but we as educators are first on the list. I think what they're going to do is schedule specific days for school districts. It'll be during the school day. So I've asked teachers to begin preparing asynchronous lessons for those days, so kids can still get online and get instruction and work to do while the teachers are overstanding in line waiting to get their shots. And of course, depending on the shot we get, either 21 or 28 days later, we would have to repeat that process again. I'm cautiously optimistic that by next week, we'll have more vaccine in the county, but that remains to be seen. But we've done as much work as we can preparing to this point. The next step will be getting actual dates scheduled and moving forward. Out of an approximate 200 staff members, we've had about 150 say that they will get the vaccine through this program. A number of our staff members have been vaccinated in other places. And then, of course, I'm sure there are staff members who will not take the vaccine. We are a cross-section of everyone else. So I'm hopeful that by the middle of February, all of our staff members who want to receive the first dose will get the first dose. And then a month later, we'll take care of that and be done with it. Lastly, I just had a virtual meeting earlier today with Senator Mike Martucci. As you know, Senator Martucci took over for Senator Metzger. He won the recent election. For those of you who don't know, Senator Martucci, before getting into politics, was an owner of a large bus company closer to the city. So he's been working with schools most of his career. We had a very good meeting. He will be establishing an office in Liberty, where Senator Metzger was previously. He actually gave us all his private cell number. He said we can reach out to him at any time. So he wants to be in contact with us. And he is very optimistic that we will have updates to our state aid package within 2 to 3 weeks, which would be remarkable because we usually get them the day before the legislature votes on the final budget. But he's optimistic that because of the new administration in the federal government and the push by our governor and other governors, that state aid will be forthcoming pretty quickly, which of course means school districts can more accurately budget for their needs next year. And that is my report. Are there any questions? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Next up, we have items that the board wants pulled from the agenda. Do we have anything? No? Okay. Next, we have the consent agenda. Please vote by raising your right hand.
Joe, you need a motion and a second.
Oh, so motion. The video thing's throwing me off. I need a motion for consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion Keith, second Aaron. Okay, everyone vote by raising your right hand. That was unanimous. Thank you. Next, we have board committee reports. I don't see anything that anyone's met. We have no old business, no comments for tonight's agenda from the public. New business, we have the draft academic calendar. Did everyone get a chance to look at it, I presume?
Yeah.
Were there any questions on the calendar?
No.
I mean, that, of course, that's based on a hopeful return to as normal a school setting as we can get next year.
Okay, can I have a motion?
Motion.
Randy, second Keith. All in favor, please raise your right hand. That was unanimous. And there's not going to be any executive session after this.
Hey,
So-
Joe, one other thing, under new business, I had something I want to say.
Okay.
I want to thank the town of Neversink and Neversink Parks and Rec for all of the work that's been done to put the ice rink in at the fairgrounds. That ice rink has given many of the district's children an outlet during COVID. They're outside, they're exercising. It's getting a tremendous amount of use, and I wanted to recognize Mrs. Wall. She's the new Parks and Rec director. She took over this past summer. She and her husband and a host of other volunteers put in a lot of time down there. And if anybody hasn't checked it out, check it out. I spent a lot of time down there with my own children, but it's a wonderful addition to our community, especially right now when kids don't have a lot of their normal outlets. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
definitely good. Okay. Anyone else have any other comments? No? Do I have a motion to exit the meeting?
Motion.
Motion Kathy, second Kim. All in favor? That was unanimous. Thank you, Tri-Valley. Have a good night.
Good evening, everyone. Be well.